Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Sharing Simple Knowledge. Today we are going to discuss about English grammar for OET and IELTS. These are the basic tenses which we should know how to write a letter or even for the speaking session we should know the grammar very well. So I am going to discuss about basic English grammar. Nowadays, we can see many students are failing for OET writing and speaking. Sometimes we might think it's very easy for getting speaking because it's related to medical knowledge. However, there are many obstacles to crack these exams. So, first we start with the simple present tense. The simple present tense is one of the most common tenses in English. Use the present simple tense to express usual and repeated action. For facts, it's written by Mr. Face, even then situation or a habit, what we are doing regularly. For that one also we use this simple present. So let's see the format. For the positive we use subject plus verb plus object form. Then the negative subject plus do or does plus object. Then for making questions we use do or does plus subject plus verb plus object, then question form. Then the important thing is that do use with I, you, we and they, and does we use with he, she or it. For example, I don't go to school. Then I go to school, that is an affirmative sentence. Then the question mark, do I go to school? Then if it is she, it will be does she go to school? And don't make mistake, whenever you use does she goes to school, don't tell like that, because does plus go means that is goes. Should be always in your mind. So let's move to the next tense, that is present continuous tense. Other name for continuous tense is progressive tense. From that name itself we can understand that it is a tense where the action is happening at the time, the current moment or the time of talking. So let's see. In the present continuous tense, the action is ongoing or still going on and hence continuous use. So the present continuous tense is used to talk about the actions that are happening at this current moment. So how we can frame this present continuous tense? For the positive sentences, we use am, is or are plus ing form of the verb and object. When it comes to the negative, subject plus am, is, are according to the subject, and we will use not plus ing form of the verb plus object. Then next comes to the question. Then first it will come the auxiliary verbs like am, is, are plus then the next is subject, then ing form of the verb and object. So let's see. Remember that am goes always with I, and with you and we, they are, we use are. Is used with he, she, it. That means singular subjects. The others are plural subjects. You, we, they are plural subjects, and I always stand with, and it goes only with am. For example, I'm going to school. I'm not going to school. Am I going? I think it's clear for you. So the third one is present perfect tense. In the present perfect tense, the action is completed or has ended and hence termed perfect. The exact time when the action happened is not important and hence it is not mentioned in this tense. That means it was started in the past and still it has the effect. So in detail, when do we use present perfect tense? We use the present perfect tense to express about the action which happened in unspecific time in the past. That means it has not mentioned clearly what time it was happened and still have the result for the present. Even though it was happened in the past, still there is some effect from that action. At that time we use present perfect tense. So how we can format the present perfect tense? For the positive sentences, we always use subject plus have or has plus V3 form of the verb and object. Keep in mind that has or have varies according to the subject. If the subject is singular, we always use has, and instead of that, if the subject is plural, we will use the have form. For negative sentence as well, it goes the same. The format is subject plus have or has plus not plus V3 form of the verb and object. And what about the question framing? So it will, the auxiliary verb have or has comes first, then subject plus V3 form of the verb, that is the past participle form, that then object, in the last the question mark. So as I mentioned before, I, you, we, they, we use have form, and if it's singular subjects like he, she or it, we always use has. For example, I have seen this movie. Here the subject is I, then the auxiliary is have. Seen is the V3 form of see. See, saw, seen. This movie is the object. I think it's clear for you. Then what about the negative form? I have not eaten lunch. So eaten is the V3 form of eat. Eat, ate, eaten. So I think it's clear for you. If you still have some doubts, you can comment below the comment box. The last part of present tense is present perfect continuous tense. Here also we can see a continuous form. In the present perfect continuous tense, the action has been taken place for some time and is still ongoing. The duration for which the action has been going on is usually mentioned in the present perfect continuous tense. So here we can see there is a time frame is there. So we use the present perfect continuous tense to express about an unspecific continuing action which happened in the past and still have the result for the present. So how we can format it? For the positive, subject plus have or has depends on the subject, that is singular or plural. Then been plus ing form of the verb plus object. Then for the negative, subject plus have or has plus not plus been, then ing form of the verb plus object. Then regarding the question framing, then have or has plus subject plus been plus ing form of the verb plus object, then question mark. Let's see one example. I have been waiting for an hour. So we will not specifically mention how. We will report I've been waiting for an hour. That shows a period of time. I was waiting for 1 hour here. Then negative, I've not been waiting for an hour. Then what about the question framing? How I be waiting for an hour? As I know, it will be quite boring if I take all tenses together, so I am going to divide each tense in each video. So next video I will make for the past tense and another video for the future tense. So what I recommend you to do is just keep practicing each tenses very well, then you can also clear your exams at your first attempt. So keep practicing, don't give up. There will be some obstacles in between and temptations to give up, but keep on your way. You can also crack your exams and go to your dream country. Okay, all the best for your endeavor. Thank you. Bye. Keep watching and keep supporting me.